MtStMarys.com. Damian Chung-Kui is Mr. Clutch for the Mountaineers, a first-team All-NEC performer, Joe.
Well, he's the best point guard in the NEC. He went from walk-on to wonderful, leads the team in scoring and assists. And you look at probably the hottest team in the country starting lineup, the Seahawks of Wagner, Alex Morales, Player of the Year in the conference. Top 8 in 7 different statistical categories in the conference. Major energy, plays well and hard on both ends of the court.
And he has a lot of help. 4 Seahawks average double figures. This is normally one of the top home court advantages in the NEC. No fans today, but everybody watching at home as the Mount and Wagner try to advance to the NEC championship game. MtStMarys in those navy blue road uniforms, a classic look with the white block letters, and Wagner in the home whites with the green trim. Mezi Afram lost it. Big scramble for it. Picked up by Jameer Fletcher, and here's Will Martinez.
And Wagner with the turnover. Used to be, Dave, all man-to-man. You'll see some zone. They're a little short on personnel in terms of depth this year.
Elijah Ford, a terrific scorer. Martinez. Good dump down to Fletcher, blocked, but he's fouled. Fouled by Nana Opoku, the second best shot blocker in the NEC.
Now you watch Will Martinez able to get in and make a play off the dribble. You talk to Bashir Mason and you watch this Wagner team play. He feels every time he puts his 5 on the court, he's going to have 4 guys that have the ability to make plays for themselves or their teammates.
Jameer Fletcher, a 58% free throw shooter, a physical guy. Provides some good defense for the Seahawks. Sophomore from Pittsburgh. One more coming. And he knocks down 1 of 2, and Wagner strikes first in semifinal number 2. The first game was really no battle at all. Bryant victorious 85-55. And they played with basically 6 guys in that game. The dunk for Malik Jefferson.
Well, that's where Mount has an advantage. They have size. They have 2 or 3 guys playing, a couple on the bench there to come off the bench. They're big, they're huge, and they're athletic.
Dynamic duo of Morales to Ford. Martinez, a little hop step. Doesn't get it. Rebound cleared by Mezi Afram, the junior from Germantown, Maryland. Mount obviously trying to get it inside here, play inside out. Jefferson to Chung-Kui. They throw a double at him. Opoku using the glass.
At the 4 position, Dave, a terrific athlete, not so much a great shooter, but when he gets the ball in the lane, has the ability to put it down and jump over people. On the defensive end, he's a defensive player of the year in this conference because of his shot blocking ability.
That he is. Delani Hunt, the rookie of the year, off to Alex Morales, the player of the year. Hunt for 3. Rebounded by Mezi Afram. And this is the best Mount rebounding team in 51 years in their program.
It's a big part of their game plan. Their emphasis is to finish possessions with good rebounding.
Oh, wow. Chung-Kui bowled over Delani Hunt, and that's an offensive foul on Chung-Kui.
Yeah, needless to say, any team that plays against the Mount is going to put major emphasis on taking Chung-Kui out of the game. This Wagner team, because they're so defensive oriented, they're going to do that probably better than anybody. They actually blitzkrieged the Mount in the first matchup. Chung-Kui was 1 for 6. In the second matchup, Mount kind of woke up a little bit. Chung-Kui at 16, as you mentioned earlier. Mount only lost by a couple.
Martinez down to Fletcher. And it goes off of Wagner. More good D as František Bartone, a freshman from the Czech Republic, is in for the Mountaineers. Bashir Mason also makes a switch with Fletcher coming out. Nigel Jackson, more of a shooter, coming in on the front line. Wagner pressing. Will Martinez on the ball. Mount has a couple of inside baskets here in the early going. They lead at 4-1.
Any dead ball situation, full court, Dave, you're going to see some type of pressure, whether it's full-out trapping or token.
3 on the way. No good from Josh Reeves, but the putback won't go either for Nana Opoku. Morales. Here's Hunt. Wagner doesn't have a field goal yet. Hunt into the teeth of the defense, rebounded by Offerum.
Wagner will share the ball. Their assist-to-turnover ratio is one of the best in the league. They're confident with each other's ability. More importantly, the chemistry during this winning streak has been off the charts.
Opoku hits it from the NEC logo. 3 straight baskets in the paint for the Mountaineers. How much of an underdog is Mount in this game? There are 115 recognized bracketologists on Bracket Matrix. None of them have the Mount going to the NCAA tournament. That's off of Wagner. Mountaineers ball.
Well, I'm going to say it, get it out of the way. If this was a normal situation, this place would be rocking. We've been here before, Dave, you and I, in big games. This is one of the loudest gyms I've ever been involved in. When I used to coach at Quinnipiac, we had some big games here. So I guess Mount should be thankful that we're not in a normal situation, because it would certainly be pro-Wagner. A lot of green all the way around.
No doubt about it. Knott Arena in Emmitsburg is probably the other great home court advantage here in the NEC. Mountaineers by 5 in the early going. Chung Kui, the leading scorer for the Mount. Out to DeAndre Thomas, a good 3-point shooter, and he's fouled, shooting 3. And he'll have those free throws after this timeout. 15:38 left here on Staten Island. Wagner still doesn't have a field goal. 6-1, Mount St. Mary's leads it. We're back.
At Wagner College, we have this beautiful campus where I get to know my professors and I make great friends.
I've gotten really involved in the local community, leading theater programs. At the same time, New York City surrounds us, so I can get internships at prestigious organizations, explore cultures from all over the world,
and experience just life as a city girl.
At Wagner, I learn by doing. It's practical. It's the Wagner plan.
To the belt and delivers. With his 3rd goal of the tournament. Shot! No! Fleed by Braxton is good at the buzzer. Would you believe it? Allegro comes inside. Eddie, another shot. She scores.
Our lives are shaped by overcoming challenges, discovering opportunities, and pursuing excellence. So, take this defining moment, this first step, to learn voraciously, question courageously, compete ferociously, and serve selflessly. The future is now. Choose to live it significantly. Apply to Mount St. Mary's University.
Denholtz Properties sponsors commercial real estate projects in central New Jersey and central Florida. As we decided to move our headquarters here to Red Bank, New Jersey, we had gone to the bank and asked for and received a meeting with the executive branch of the bank. They understood what our business was trying to accomplish and why it was important to us. We came away from the meeting with a commitment that they would be there with us. Surrounding yourself with the right professionals is paramount to success. Provident Bank will be a great place to start.
Today's NEC Campus Spotlight is powered by Next. Looking for a job? Visit next.com and get hired faster. For the 2nd straight season, the Wagner College men's cross-country team took home a first-place trophy at the Northeast Conference Championship. the Seahawks placed 4 finishers in the top 8. Trousty Thorsteins was the NEC individual champion for the 2nd time in his Seahawk career after finishing the men's 8K race in 24 minutes, 28.7 seconds. Dave Popkin, Joe DeSantis back with you at Wagner College on Staten Island. Mount St. Mary's leads at 6-1. DeAndre Thomas to the free throw line for 3, 71% shooter this year. He's been hot lately, last 4 games, averaging almost 12 points. And he's shooting 48% from downtown. Makes the second one. And Joe, I think these are 2 of the most physical teams in the league. It's going to be a real battle on the boards.
Well, if you go at this time of the year, you got to play physical, okay? You got the better teams playing. You go to Wagner, you better match their intensity. You know, Dan Engelstad told us the most aggressive team will be standing at the end of the day. Right now, Mount's answering the bell.
That was the difference in the second game for the Mount when they only lost by 2 at home. They said it was a wake-up call. They got blitzed the first one. Morales misses, rebounded by Malik Jefferson, the junior.
You know, and it's all about defense for Mount. They're top 3 in 6 different defensive categories. Matter of fact, they're 15th in the country in scoring defense.
Bartone picks up the loose ball. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Nearly stolen by Ford, and it is stolen by Martinez. Will Martinez finds a man. That's Hunt. He eschews the 3. Morales will take it. That's good. Wagner scores their first basket over 5 minutes into the game.
If in doubt, go to the player of the year. You know, you expect a lot of baskets from him. He's a terrific player, but we also look for him to make big shots at big times.
Chunkwe off the mark, but Mount hitting the offensive glass. Jefferson with the lefty hook.
Has a great left hand, as you saw. You know, his specialty is rebounding, defending in the post. He gets that ball more often than not in a position where he just has to turn. He's going to go to his left.
Reverse goes for Elijah Ford, 2nd in the league in scoring, almost 18 a game.
You know what, Dave? Alex Morales got player of the year, but there's argument that Elijah Ford could have been player of the year. I mean, wouldn't it have been neat for the Wagner people if there was a co-player of the year, Ford and Morales?
Those 2 are close friends. Zach Braziller of the New York Post had a great story today on Morales' family taking in Ford this year during the COVID pandemic. They became very, very close. That's good. Damian Chunkwe high off the glass.
I mentioned it in the open, and I want to repeat it because it's important. This young man did not have a Division I scholarship. Right now, he's the best point guard in the league. And guess what? He's only a junior.
Bright future for the Mount. Most of these guys will be back. They come in 10-10, 9-7 in the league. They've won 2 in a row. Had their last 2 canceled against Bryant. Hunt's 3 is good. Delani Hunt.
And there's the best freshman in the conference. Coaches voted him Rookie of the Year. I mean, you're talking about 3 of the best players with Ford, Morales, and Chunkwe, and the best freshman in Hunt on the court right in front of us.
Pretty good team. Mount with a 2-point lead. Chunkwe, the lefty. Hunt, 1-on-2. Explosive! Timeout, Mount St. Mary's. Wagner has tied this game at 11. The Mount was just up by 6 a moment ago.
That young man, as you mentioned, is quick, but he is strong. You look at his calves, okay? I'm sure he has had football in his background somewhere. He might have gotten hit, too. Terrific, terrific young player, only a freshman.
Started every game this year for Bashir Mason at Wagner. Coach Mason somewhere in the middle of that huddle, the 3-time Jim Phelan NEC Coach of the Year. The only other person in NEC history to do it that many times, our old buddy Howie Dickenman, 4 times.
Yeah, Howie, Central Connecticut in his era under Howie's coaching, was the dominant team. And they were just a terrific, well-coached team. And you're talking about good coaching. You see, the last time out, Wagner's down big. Brashear Mason probably said a couple of things, maybe raised his voice, and Wagner responds.
Full court press, and it's stolen by Morales, and he stepped out of bounds first. Wow. They're going to talk about whose ball this is. It looked like it went off of Morales' foot, perhaps. Get another look. Yeah, Morales just dribbled it out of bounds. It should be Mount ball.
Yeah, I tell you what, you can argue that he was over the line as he reached. He might have made contact with Offerman there. But either way, it technically, legally, it should be Mount's ball.
Yes, it will be. Edward Corbett Jr., Lionel Butler, Greg Moyer are the officials for this one as they figure it out.
Yeah, that should be a warning too. If he's over the line, if Morales is over the line with his reach, that's a warning. The next time, it's a technical foul. And by the way, any other warning, whether it's a flop or something like that, will be an automatic technical foul.
Offerman gets it into Nana Opoku. A close, low-scoring game expected today.
Wagner going zone, so spotting zone here and there. I don't know if Brashear Mason will admit this, but I think this Wagner team is a little short in depth than they usually are.
The jam for Malik Jefferson as the Mount retakes the lead. Chase Freeman has come in, the veteran for Wagner, a senior from Tennessee, missed 6 weeks with a hand injury, gives them some depth in the backcourt.
Hey Dave, against the zone, I like Opoku on the high side, on the free throw line there. Set up a high-low situation. When Opoku puts the ball over his head with his long arms, he's tough to defend. Beautiful high-low. Malik Jefferson with the easy dunk.
Foul on Mezzi Offerman. 11:53 left in the first half. Mount St. Mary's, the 4 seed, leading it by 2 here at the Spiro Center on Staten Island.
You can tell this is really crispy, juicy, and tender, because we wouldn't take the time to butter all these potato buns if it wasn't worth it. Introducing McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwiches. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
For attractive offers on the ultra-responsive Acura TLX, visit your Acura dealer today.
Fans, you can follow the Northeast Conference on all your favorite social networking sites. at NEC Sports. Get exclusive content and interact with the NEC on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and more. Also, be sure to check out the NEC's official website, northeastconference.org, where you'll find all the latest news and notes from around the NEC. Along with Joe DeSantis, Dave Popkin back with you here on Staten Island. Mount St. Mary's leading it 13-11. Nigel Jackson is in for Wagner. He gives to Hunt. His three-pointer won't go. Scramble for it, and Hunt comes up with it. Turns it over. Stolen by the Mountaineers' Josh Reeves, a freshman from Hamden, Connecticut.
One of the better three-point shooters in the conference, Josh Reeves is.
Chung Kui gets around his man, hits it, and he's fouled. He was like Gumby that time.
He's incredible. He's the smallest guy in the court. Probably every time he's played a game in his life, he's with the right, he's with the left. Little change of speed, change of direction. Able to finish, good concentration. And you know, Dan Engelstead raves about this young man. He calls him the best player in the court. Here's what I like about Chung Kui. He's one of those guys that can reset after a bad game. You know, a lot of times players, especially young guys, they have a bad game. And now with back-to-backs, you know, you're playing 24 hours later, and they sulk, they hang their head. This guy just balls. He comes out and plays. He thinks he's the one. He's the guy. He's the guy that's going to be the best player. And he's a terrific point guard, and he's been great for this league and for Mount St. Mary's program.
He said he's our engine, our heartbeat. Jackson's three. That's good. Wagner is 3 for 5 from downtown. They're down only 3. 10:50 left in the first half.
Well, you got to know where Nigel Jackson is. Even at 6'7", 67% of his shots are three-point attempts. You got to find him and contest and get him out of his comfort zone.
Made 3 in his last game, a win against Merrimack. Wagner swept Merrimack to clinch the regular season title here in the NEC. Mid-range shot won't go for Mezzi Offram, the George Washington transfer. Played for the former Mount coach Jamie and Christian there. Way off the mark. And no foul called as Morales hit the deck.
Dave, it's incredible the intensity these two teams are playing defensively. You look at Wagner, okay, and there's a handoff or a ball screen. The Wagner players will fight over, and then they'll come back for a re-handoff or a ball screen, and if they can't fight over, they'll automatically switch, okay? They're not behind on any ball screen action.
Stepped out of bounds, that does not count. Josh Reeves had his heels on the line. Tough break for the Mount as Malik Jefferson returns, replacing DeAndre Thomas. Wagner is going with Ford, who has been quiet so far, Morales, Freeman, Martinez, and Nigel Jackson.
You know, Josh Reeves, they were expecting him to play 15 to 20 minutes. Now he's like 25 plus, so he's really earned their trust. One of the better freshmen in the conference. Did not make all freshmen, all rookie team, which surprised me a little bit, but doesn't take away from what he's accomplished in his first year.
Morales, deep 2. Rebounded by Josh Reeves, but he gave it away. Laid in by Ford.
I mean, I gotta laugh. You watch number 4, Elijah Ford. Just try to key on him sometimes. He's so active, he's hopping, he's got energy. And because of that, he's got quick reactions, able to get the steal and the finish.
Mount does turn it over sometimes, 9th in the league in turnover margin. They have 5 already in this game. Jefferson muscling his way in for 2. Malik Jefferson with a manly maneuver inside. He has 8 points, 3 rebounds as the Mountaineers lead by 3. Martinez finds Ford, too easy for the jam.
Talk about energy, talk about explosion. He took off from about 10 feet and slammed it home.
Poked away by Martinez. The Mount will keep it. That full court pressure is definitely working for the Seahawks. Can't leave that guy all alone.
No, it just took a huge step. Great play by Martinez. again, I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm really impressed in preparing for this game. And right now in front of me, I'm watching this Wagner team share the ball, make the extra pass. Very unselfish group.
And they turned it over. It looked like he traveled before he inbounded the ball.
Yep, you're allowed to step like you're pivoting. One step to your right, one step to your left. That time, MtStMarys took a couple too many.
6 MtStMarys turnovers. Morales is bumped and fouled by Offerham. That is his second foul, and the 4th on the Mount team. He's likely going to have to sit here. They'll leave him in.
You know, Dave, in this day and age, it's hard to get players to pass the ball. What Bashir Mason has done with this team is incredible. They make pass after pass. On many possessions, everybody that's on the court for Wagner touches the basketball.
He said chemistry has been their key. A very together team. Chung Kui, like a blur, rejected by Jameer Fletcher. And the other thing for Wagner is that Bashir Mason showed flexibility after last year. His team lost 21 games. He went to the team. He said, what do you want to do differently? What do you want me to do differently? And he's done it. And he's given them more freedom on offense, and they've become the best team in the league.
And that's a sign of a good coach. You know, he was a coach in the old days. Look at that out of bounds. That's too easy.
Offerham misses twice from point blank. Ford poked away, stolen by Thomas.
Yeah, Bashir Mason was one of those coaches. I was really impressed. He's started guys in the past based on how they practice. So inevitably, in the last few years, he's had 10, 11 guys that have started. This year, not so much.
More consistent lineup as Thomas is fouled. He'll be shooting 2. Foul on Jameer Fletcher. That's his second, 4th on the team. 7:51 left in the first half. Malik Jefferson leading MtStMarys with 8 points here in the first half.
Visit your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Acura dealer for attractive offers on the MDX.
NEC Champions for Change is a platform for student athletes, coaches, and staff to share their experiences around social injustice and social change. The NEC is utilizing its website and social media platforms to convey these messages as a first step towards the conference's commitment to help create impactful change within our communities. For more information, please visit northeastconference.org/champions for change. Dave Popkin and Joe DeSantis with you. Mount St. Mary's and Damien Jungqui leading Wagner 18-17, 7:51 left in the first half. Mount shooting 47% from the field, but they've turned it over 6 times. Wagner shooting 47%. They've turned it over 4 times. DeAndre Thomas going to the line for the Mountaineers. He's now made 2 out of 4 from the free throw line. The junior from Richmond. Kind of an up and down year, but he's healthy now and playing better.
Yeah, had some injuries, missed a handful of games. And, you know, you talk to Coach Engelstad the last couple of years, and he always wanted more shooters. DeAndre Thomas, he's the X factor because he really, really can shoot the ball. Him and Josh Reeves give them 2 pretty good wing scorers, wing shooters, which will help, especially when you got a point guard like Damien Jungqui.
Jungqui guarding the bigger Ford right now. Martinez for 3. That's way off the mark. Ford cannot put it back, and there is a foul. Jungqui was knocked over, cleared out by Elijah Ford. And that's his first foul, the 5th on the Wagner team. Nobody in the bonus yet with 7:28 left. Wagner has won 12 of their last 13 games. In the semifinals for the 6th time in Bashir Mason's 9 years. They've also reached the finals a couple times, but they have not been to the NCAA tournament. They only went once in '03 with Derek Wittenberg and Jermaine Hall. The drive goes. Alex Morales. And that is whistled dead as Jungqui looked like he took a shot to the back of the head on that play. They count the basket. Gonna see if Jungqui is okay. He's gonna stay in the game.
Dave, he's number 2 in the conference in minutes played, over 36 minutes. So I'm not sure, to be honest with you, what Mount would do if he would have missed extended time. But he didn't get this far by being a soft kid. He's not coming out of this game.
That pass hit the rim. Martinez has it. The outlet to Hunt, who somehow reeled it in. Here's Ford slithering through the lane, rejected by Opoku and gathered by Jefferson.
6'9", the arms of a 7-footer, leads the conference in shot blocks. Nana Opoku.
You love him.
I really do. He's fun to watch.
The 3rd Mount St. Mary's player ever to be named Defensive Player of the Year. Knocked away from Thomas, and the Mountaineers will keep it.
Matter of fact, I love him so much. I'm going to do an imitation of the voice of the Mounties, Adam Pohl. Nana Opoku. The great Adam Pohl.
That's spot on. 6:26 left in the first half. Mount by 1. Jungqui with Hunt on him, launches a 3. Missed it with 3 on the ticker, and Mount will keep it. Wagner fighting over the rebound. Wagner being led by Elijah Ford's 6 points. Malik Jefferson has 8 and 4 rebounds as well to lead the Mountaineers. There's Opoku, poked away by Martinez. Hunt rebounded by Jefferson, who has been everywhere. Jefferson couldn't hold on to that pass from Reeves. Wagner can take the lead. Morales Martinez traveled. 5th Wagner turnover.
Yeah, back-to-back turnovers, one by each team. You know, Josh Reeves has got to learn, when you're passing that ball to the post, you don't want to throw a Roger Clemens fastball. Bounce pass, you know, give that big man, you know, his arms are up calling for the ball. When you throw a hard pass to the gut, it's hard for him to react and catch it. Bounce it, make it come up nice and soft so he can get it, chin it, and make a move. And then Will Martinez down the other end, Dave, just a little case of happy feet, trying to go too fast.
Chung Kui, the junior from Baltimore, first in the league in assists. Drills it. Chung Kui with 7.
Stops on a dime, able to elevate, create space. Just total 100% confidence in himself.
They're not in this game without him. Morales rejected. And there's a whistle. Did he step out? No, he was fouled. And they have a foul on Messi Offerum, his 3rd.
You know, a great lesson to be learned here. Wagner's probably one of the smallest teams in the conference, okay? But they're 2nd in the conference in offensive rebounding. So again, Dave, you heard me say this a lot of times during our broadcast. It's not how big you are, it's how big you play.
Hunt gets it into Nigel Jackson. They play with Martinez, Morales, and Freeman. Jackson's 3. Rebounded by Thomas. By the way, the 3 by Jackson earlier in the half was ruled a 2. So Wagner is just 2 for 6 from downtown. They trail by 3.
And when Jackson made that 2, which looked like a 3, he was wide open and made a point. You got to know where he is. Malik Jefferson that time contested Jackson, got him out of his comfort zone, forced the miss.
Opoku doing work on the glass. Nana Opoku. It's been a tightly played first half. Morales driving, and he's fouled, creating the action. He'll be shooting 2. Wagner will also be in the bonus for the rest of this half. They got DeAndre Thomas.
Dave, I'm sorry. I think when this game is over, you're going to see multiple players from both teams in that ice bath, okay? With bumps and bruises and scratches. And, you know, in the 2 matchups earlier between these 2 teams, Mount only averaged 47 points a game. So right now they're at 24. My math is pretty good. That's at least 48. So they got to be happy with their offense on the road against a real good defensive team, and certainly got to be happy with their defense, holding Mount right now with 4.5 minutes to go to 20, holding Wagner rather with 4:27 to go to 20 points.
I would say so. One more coming for Morales, who is 4th in the league in scoring and assists, 8th in rebounding. Makes 1 out of 2, but the putback won't go. Got his own rebound, and he's fouled again.
I'm gonna ask a question, then I'm gonna answer it. How does that happen? Here's how it happens. Because the guy that coaches the Wagner team, okay, his practices are probably incredibly competitive. And I think that goes for Dan Engelstead at Mount too. But I'm stumbling here. How does that happen?
Got to box out the shooter. It's got to be like a game of roughhouse in practice, and they're going to talk about this one and look at the monitor, maybe to determine who the last foul was on. Wagner's only made 1 of their last 7 from the field, but they trail by 4. Haven't really gotten the offense going yet. And on the other side, the Mountaineers haven't made a 3-pointer yet, and they're up 24-20.
Well, I don't want to say it's a schoolyard game, because that'll take away from what these coaches are doing. But it's a schoolyard game. You got to walk out here with a win no matter how you do it, Dave.
We'll step aside as they take a look at the monitor. 4:27 left in the first half. Mount St. Mary's leads it by 4.
When we say crispy, juicy, tender, this is the juicy and tender. And this is the crispy. Introducing McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwiches. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
For attractive offers on the ultra-responsive Acura TLX, visit your Acura dealer today.
As part of its commitment to good sportsmanship, the NEC continues to support the NCAA's Respect Campaign, a program designed to raise awareness of sportsmanship both on campus and within the community. Respect, it's the name of the game. Dave Popkin, Joe DeSantis with you here at Wagner. 24-20, Mount St. Mary's leads it. Mountaineers the 4 seed. Really an upset to get here as Morales hits his first free throw, the last foul on Malik Jefferson. Ken Pom gave them a 1.3% chance of winning their last game at the 1 minute mark because they were down by 7 points before Damian Chung-Kui took over. He had 8 points, a steal, and an assist. Game went to overtime. Mount St. Mary's won it against St. Francis U 72-65. Then they had 2 games canceled, and that is how they ended up in this game.
Well, Damian Chung-Kui had a handful of late game heroics. How about this number? He's averaged 6.9 points per game in the last 5 minutes of close games. 54% from the field, 67% from 3, 86% from the free throw line.
And because it's not the last 5 minutes, he misses here.
Yeah, you know, so how about you got a point guard who's got the ball pretty much every possession, and to have a player like that that's willing to step up and make plays to help you win ball games, it's a gift. It's tremendous for Dan Engelstedt and his program.
And to have that energy when he plays almost 37 minutes
That's right.
a game.
It's a great call by you.
Thomas into Chung-Kui. Jefferson. Thomas, deep 3. That's good! DeAndre Thomas, the 40% three-point shooter, drills it.
Great call by Engelstedt there, running him off a staggered screen. The emphasis is Chung-Kui with the ball on the weak side. There's that stagger screen. DeAndre Thomas knocks it in.
Martinez misses the 3, rebounded by Fletcher, bowling his way in. Not that time, and Jefferson clears another rebound. He has 8 points and 6 boards. By the way, that was Mount's first three-pointer of the game. Opoku knocked away by Martinez. He's been everywhere. Hunt for two. Terrific transition player.
He's like a one-man fast break.
Yep.
You know, he's so quick and so strong. He elevates and he finishes at the rim for a young guy with basically who's undersized.
Delani Hunt has 7 points. Wagner to within 1 possession here. Inside 3 minutes to go in the first half. Stolen by Morales. Outlet to Ford. Ford misses, but rebounded by Hunt. Morales lays it in. 10 points for the NEC Player of the Year, Alex Morales. Thomas thought about 3, then thought better of it. Ten on the shot clock. Reeves cut off. Opoku got it.
I think Elijah Ford might have fallen asleep on that possession. You got to chest Opoku when he's coming to the ball. Josh Reeves is in serious trouble in the short corner there with nowhere to go. Jump to the ball, deny that pass. Easy two for Opoku on a smart cut to the rim.
Elijah Ford driving, hitting. Chance for a 3-point play for Elijah Ford. The senior from Wequag High School in Newark, showing off. Given the muscle man there at the end. And Ford with a chance to tie this game. Mount is led by single digits for much of this first half. Their largest lead, 6. First team All-NEC player. They call him E-Boogie. And he's getting down here in the first half. A 3-point play.
They used to call you in the day D-Boogie.
No comment.
No, that's not backcourt. That's a travel though.
Mount has turned it over 13 times in the first half. Unbelievable. They're shooting 50%. They should be up by more. But 13 turnovers against that Wagner full court press. Wagner's only turned it over 5 times. Tied at 29, minute and a half left in the first. Morales dangles, drives, misses. Rebound ripped away by Josh Reeves, and he was fouled. Looks like they got Fletcher. He can't believe it. He just went after the ball.
I mentioned earlier that Wagner is the second best offensive rebounding team in the conference. You know, if you're Mount, you have to make sure you make contact. These guys aren't big, but they're quick. And the key thing too, Dave, if you can get a clean rebound, okay, and you can protect that ball, an outlet pass will more than likely get you in a position where you'll have numbers at the other end. And it's kind of a key, I think, for Mount, who struggled to score against Wagner team, to try and get some easy looks. And we all know if you can get Chung Kui in a situation 2-on-1, 3-on-2, he's going to come away with a good decision.
Third foul on Fletcher. Both teams into the 1-and-1 here with just over a minute to go in the first half, as Reeves made 1 out of 2 at the line. Freeman, Morales, and an offensive foul, an illegal screen on Wagner.
Yeah, I think they got Chase Freeman on that, Dave. They went into a series of handoffs or a weave, and you'll see the replay. Watch Freeman. He handed the ball off to Morales, kept going, and essentially knocked into DeAndre Thomas. Good call by the officials. You know, back in the day, not too long ago, you would do that. You would hand the ball off and roll, you know, into the defensive player and inadvertently create contact. But the NCAA last couple of years put an emphasis on that, and that's a good call by the officials.
Bartone for three. František Bartone, only his third three-pointer of the season.
I know you've been waiting all day to say that name. František Bartone. He's been hurt. Actually played well against FDU, and Malik Jefferson got in foul trouble. Then he got hurt, so he missed a couple of games.
Good answer by Jackson. Wagner takes their use it or lose it timeout for defense here with 22.4 seconds left in the first half. A tightly played contest that the Mount leads by 2. Wagner has dominated the all-time series between these two, 42-23. They've won the last 5 meetings, sweeping this year. Obviously, the Mount has the advantage in NEC tournament history. Alex Morales averaged 17.5 points in the 2 games this year. And the Mount has not played well in this building recently. They've lost 5 of their last 6 here at the Spiro Sports Center, but history doesn't matter too much when you're out there playing better. Mount shooting 52% from the field, 33% from downtown. They're out rebounding Wagner by 9. The one big problem for the Mountaineers is the 13 turnovers.
Yeah, again, when you play against a team that is so quick and so good defensively, you know, it's hard to do the things you want to do, like penetrate, get into the lane. There's always seems to be a help body there or help hands there. But the bottom line is you got to win. You got to figure out a way to win.
Thomas to Bartone. Lays it in with 8 seconds left in the half. 2 seconds left. Morales' 3 won't go. And Mount St. Mary's, the 4 seed, leading top-seeded Wagner here at the half, 35-31. The Mountaineers shot 54%. The rookie of the week in the league had 13 against FDU. Morales ended up being the player of the year, and Sixsmith on the all-rookie team here in the NEC. Dave Popkin, Joe DeSantis, back with you. And Mount St. Mary's dominated the glass in the first half, Joe.
Yeah, they dominated the glass, and they also dominated the paint. 24 paint points, 9 second chance points. Really impressed with their physicality. I mentioned earlier, you come into this gym and you don't match Wagner's intensity, you're going to be down 10-0 to start the game. Right now they're up 4 with a half to go.
See the rest of the numbers there. Turnovers obviously concerning for the Mountaineers. Wagner has ratcheted up that full court pressure. Neither team hot from downtown.
Yeah, one number that's not up there, Mount St. Mary's bench, František Bartone and DeAndre Thomas, 11 points, 4 bench points for Wagner. It's a big number.
Martinez to Alex Morales. Ford off the curl. Elijah Ford leads Wagner with 11 points.
Yeah, it's just a smart flash to the ball, strength, jumping ability, getting into the lane and just powering it up on a 10-footer.
Damian Chung-Kui off to Nana Apoku. Driving, and traveling. 14 Mount turnovers. We mentioned at the half, Bashir Mason named the Jim Phelan Coach of the Year for the 3rd time. Of course, named for the former Mount head coach for so many years, the Hall of Famer. And Coach, if you're watching this one, greetings from Staten Island. And a foul as Martinez drives. Josh Reeves got him.
Yeah, I've told this story a couple times on our broadcast, the amount of respect I have for Coach Phelan. You know, the times I drive to Mount St. Mary's to broadcast a game, there were 2 spots, one for the president and one for Coach Phelan. I park in the president's spot.
Jumper missed by Ford. Martinez stepped out of bounds. And it's easier to see when you wear those orange sneakers.
Those glow-in-the-dark sneakers, right?
Yeah, half the team has them. A lot is on Chung Kui's shoulders here to try to handle the basketball as Opoku breaks the pressure himself. Thomas cut off. Jefferson knocks over his man. He's rejected from behind but fouled. And they got Morales. That is his first.
And Dave, I didn't pick, you see the replay there. There's Jefferson. A little bit of a flop by Nigel Jackson. I didn't notice it in the first half. I could be off, but in this second half right now, you can see that Wagner is totally face guarding Damian Chung Kui, just not letting him get the ball.
Yeah, let somebody else beat you as Jefferson misses the free throw. Just a 46% free throw shooter. Mount struggles in that regard. They're 8th in the league, 67% collectively. Mountaineers trying to pull the upset and go to the NEC championship game against Bryant. That game would be up in Smithfield. Mount has won the league 5 times over the years, most recently 2017 when they beat New Orleans in the first 4. Morales. Ford, Martinez, he got it. Will Martinez.
The passing ability of Wagner is really impressive, and that time the extra pass in traffic and finished by Will Martinez.
Tied at 35. Jefferson hassled, kicks out. Double team, triple teamed, and Jefferson is fouled before a shot. They got Nigel Jackson. That is his third. So Jameer Fletcher and Nigel Jackson, the 2 big guys for Wagner, each with 3 fouls.
Yeah, that's a problem. Other than Damian Chung Kui, that's their strength.
Some definite foul trouble for the Seahawks here, especially since Mount is such a big team. See how it plays out. 13 on the shot clock. Chung Kui doubled. They've done a good job on him. Offer him misses. Ford. Martinez gets in the lane for 2. Wagner takes the lead, 37-35. Neither team is led by more than 6 points in this game. 3 minutes gone by, second half. Chung Kui, Thomas for 3. That's good! DeAndre Thomas.
Yeah, you don't want to leave off of him. He's 40% from 3, as you mentioned earlier. When he catches it in rhythm, he can knock it in with the best of them.
Mountaineers retake the lead. His second 3-pointer. Martinez off the spin move. Altered by Opoku. Might have even gotten a piece. Chung Kui doubled and tripled, hassled, and fouled. Fouled by Hunt. And that is his second. Will Martinez making an impact, Joe, in the second half.
I mean, he's really good around the basket because he's got good balance and he really uses his pivot foot. And watch how patient he is here. Jump stop, fake right, go left.
And there is something up with the clock.
They didn't start it.
That's a problem.
That's the problem. Although, you know what? The way these two teams are playing, get rid of the refs, get rid of the clock, just play. Play till 100.
Might take a while. 38-37 with 16:05 left in the ball game. It's been an interesting chess match so far. You talked about Wagner trying to take Damian Chung-Kui out of the game. He has 7 points, 3 out of 9 from the field, 0 for 3 from downtown. He does have 3 assists, but he's also turned it over 3 times.
Well, he's going to turn it over because he's got the ball in his hand 100% of the time in terms of possession. And also Mount, you know, sometimes you look at a team's numbers, and Mount's case, when they're one of the top defensive teams in the country in terms of scoring defense, you think right away that they play slow. They don't. So there's a lot of possessions in the game. And if there's a lot of possessions and you're Damian Chung-Kui, when you have a ball most of the time, you're going to turn the ball over.
Right.
But again, Dave, the numbers are great. I love numbers. But you got to throw all that out. This game is probably going to be decided in the last couple of minutes by who makes stops and who doesn't.
Still trying to figure out what's up with the clock here. They have taken the 4 seconds off that did not run initially. So there's 16:01 left in the ball game. And we're approaching immediate timeout anyway. Mount St. Mary's leading at 38-37. Wagner being led by Elijah Ford's 11 points. Alex Morales has 10. DeAndre Thomas now leads Mount St. Mary's with 9 points. And Thomas to inbound here. Opoku left alone, but nearly stolen, and he traveled. 15 Mount turnovers takes us to a timeout. 15:51 left in the game. Mount St. Mary's, the 4 seed, leading top-seeded Wagner 38-37 here in Northeast Conference semifinal play.
When we say crispy, juicy, tender, this is the juicy and tender, and this is the crispy. Introducing McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwiches.
Whoa. The Capital One Quicksilver card does not need a dog and pony show. It's simple. Unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase with no annual fee. No need to jump through any crazy hoops. What's in your wallet?
NEC Front Row is the official online digital network of the Northeast Conference. With live HD webcasts, highlight packages, and more, this site is a one-stop destination for NEC fans. Also, the new NEC On The Run streaming app is now available for Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, and Android TV, as well as iOS and Android mobile devices. Best of all, NEC Front Row content is always free. Enjoy the best seat in the house at necfrontrow.com. Ron Ratner and his team do such a good job with Front Row, checking out all the extra content this week with Ryan Peters, Craig D'Amico, the whole crew. Love Front Row. MtStMarys leading it by 1 here on semifinal Saturday. Bryant won by 30 against Sacred Heart earlier today. That 3 is good for Nigel Jackson.
Great play out of the timeout. There was a lot of nothingness. In other words, a lot of cuts, a lot of movement. Eventually the ball got to Morales, who's a great passer. The down screen, the back screen, the weak side flare. Big time 3 for Nigel Jackson. The senior can really shoot that rock from out that deep.
He has 7. Foul on Will Martinez. That is his first, 4th on the Wagner team. The Mount has only 1 team foul in the second half.
See, that's good coaching too, because you look at Nigel Jackson, all right, he's not one of their best scorers, okay? And when you're in a close game like that, I'm not saying you're willing to give up a possession, but you have a lot of confidence to get him a shot in his comfort zone, and that's just a huge play at a big time. Not in the last minute or so, but you know, you need all the baskets you can get in a close game like this.
Malik Jefferson hitting the offensive glass, but the loose ball grabbed by Ford. Did he throw an elbow to knock down a Mount player? Looked like he did. Yeah, after grabbing the rebound, he knocked somebody down.
I did not have a good angle to see that. And obviously, let's get a look here. Oh, there was contact above the shoulders too there, Dave.
Okay, they're saying that Thomas had it and he was shooting. So 2 shots here. First one is good. Thomas with 10. 4 for 6 from the line today. Wagner up by 1 here, and Jameer Fletcher is coming back in with 3 fouls, replacing Nigel Jackson, who has 3 fouls. Just a mad scramble for this one. One of those where you just throw your hands up in the air as if you're shooting, and Thomas knocked them both down. Tied at 40. Morales looked like he traveled. And now they turn it over. Wagner turns it over for the 8th time. One big advantage in this game. The Mount is +9 on the glass. Neither team is led by more than 6 points. The Mount is led by 6. Wagner is not led by more than 2. Bartone, yes sir.
He's a man. Wide shoulders, a lot of strength. Get him the ball in a position where he can power it up. He's going to come away with 2. On this level, there's not too many guys as strong. He looks like he should be playing for Navy or Army.
Didn't practice until yesterday. He'd missed some time with injury recently as Morales is off the mark. Rebound grabbed by Opoku. Frontesac Bartone got hurt in overtime against FDU, was having his best game of the year, 8 points, 10 rebounds on the 20th of February, and hadn't played since then, but he's been a factor here with 7 points.
And I meant Army or Navy football.
And Bartone lost it that time. Poked away by the Seahawks. Since Wagner started 1-4, they can't lose. They've won 12 of their last 13, but in a tussle right now, up by only 2. Chung Kui with a dump down to Opoku. No, his tip goes!
And that's all Chung Kui. He had the ball, he had to get it to the rim somehow. He dribbled to his left, it was a double team. He slipped the bounce pass. Opoku missed it. Quick jumping ability, long arms, knocked it in.
He has 10 points, 3 blocks as well, and now a rebound, his 4th. The Mount in front here by 4 points. They've been blanketing Chung Kui. He has only 7. Opoku. Good backdoor pass and a foul. Mezi Offerum will be shooting 2.
And Offerum with a smart cut. He saw that his teammate Opoku was in trouble. He also saw that the defender, I didn't see who it was who was guarding him, turned to look at the ball. Offerum was out of vision of the defender. Reacted. Remember, offensively you should play. Watch this. Look at Alex Morales. He doesn't see him. Oh! That's a great read. Always remember, without the ball, play against your man.
Offerum, just a 68% free throw shooter. It was the 4th foul on Fletcher. He'll have to sit for a while. Nigel Jackson is back in. Jackson will play with Ford, Freeman, Martinez, and Morales. Makes 1 out of 2. DeAndre Thomas will replace Offerum. Thomas has led them out in scoring today. He has 11 points, also 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Mountaineers by 5. Ford is fouled, and he will be shooting 2. Ford is leading Wagner with 11 today.
You know what, Dave? It's almost automatic. When he received that pass in the position he was in, with his ability, his strength, I knew he was going to come away with something.
He's so bouncy.
Right, exactly. Exactamundo. That's a great call by you. He's another football-looking dude out there.
One more coming for Elijah Ford. I mentioned it earlier how he lived with Alex Morales this year, and it was actually Morales' family that did the video for Ford for senior day. They've really taken him in. He said he's become like a brother to Morales, and that's helped the overall team chemistry when your 2 best players are that close.
I saw that video. Yeah, that's a, you know, those senior night virtual videos or virtual, goodbyes or congratulations, however you view it. They're really emotional, really touching. But I saw that, and great job by the Morales family.
Ford made 1, and Mount turns it over for the 16th time.
You know, you could put in a room 100 athletes, 1,000 athletes, and talk about some of their great memories, and a lot of them would have nothing to do with sports.
Absolutely. Just over 12 minutes left in the most important game that some of these guys will ever play. Jackson, no, but rebounded by Martinez. Rejected by Malik Jefferson.
You had a mismatch, Will Martinez at about 6'4" on Chung Kui, okay, who's 5'7", 5'8". Good help by Malik Jefferson, recognizing that might be a potential problem.
Chung Kui hits it, and he's fouled. He saw a little seam and took advantage of it as the Mount matches their largest lead. And Wagner needs time. 11:36 left in this ball game. Mount St. Mary's on top, 47-41 here on Staten Island.
It's time to take a trip, right from your living room. Travel now more than ever. This is Hydro. Get yours at hydro.com.
for attractive offers on the ultra-responsive Acura TLX. Visit your Acura dealer today.
Today's NEC Campus Spotlight is powered by Next. Looking for a job? Visit next.com and get hired faster. Mount St. Mary's added men's and women's water polo as new NCAA Division I programs this season. The men's team debuted in January and won its first ever game 10-7 over Mercyhurst on February 6th. The women's team begins play this month. Mount St. Mary's trying to pull the upset here on the road in the NEC. They lead Wagner 47-41. Damian Chung-Kui with a fantastic drive moments ago. He has 9 points and will be shooting one free throw, 6th in the league at 82%. And Joe, I don't think we've talked enough about Mount St. Mary's defense. They came in first in the league in scoring D, in defensive efficiency, field goal percentage defense. Their best scoring defense mark since 1950.
They've come in with a purpose to defend today. You don't go on the road against the league's best team and do what you're doing. And, you know, Dan Engelstad gives a ton of credit to his assistant, Matt Miller. He essentially says, you know, because of scouting, he puts his players in the right positions, and he does a terrific job of making adjustments. Defensive emphasis for Miller as the Mount takes their largest lead. 11:20 left. Martinez driving, and he's fouled. Looked like Chung-Kui on a block. And it was his second. Only 3 fouls on the Mount team, 7 on Wagner, so Mount will be shooting for the rest of this game. 11-19, that's a long time. Freeman trying to get it in. Does so to Jackson. Mount at 73% as a team from the free throw line. That could make a difference come these last 10 minutes, 10 or 11 minutes. Morales lost it. 2-on-2. Thomas rejected by Morales. And a fight for it. Jefferson got tangled up with Morales. And a foul on Malik Jefferson. That is his third. That could be trouble for the Mount. Jefferson was very good early in the game. 8 points, 7 rebounds, and a block shot.
He is going to sit here along with Reeves. So the Mount reshuffling, they will have Offerum, Chung Kui, Thomas, Opoku, and Bartone in the game.
And Bartone from the Czech Republic, he went to a school in Prague called Get Better Academy. How can you go wrong?
We should all go there. Ford misses that wild shot, rebounded by Thomas.
Not a bad idea by Ford, somewhat of a mismatch as he can play off the dribble against the bigger Bartone, but Bartone moved his feet laterally well, contested his shot, the miss, Mount with a chance to extend this lead.
Chung Kui needs some help, lost his dribble. 9 on the shot clock. Mezzi Offerum stripped by Ford, and did he step out of bounds? No, they call a foul. A foul against Wagner on a reach-in. They got Ford his third. Wagner definitely in some foul trouble. Fletcher with 4. Jackson and Ford have 3 apiece. Offerum with 1 more coming. He's been scoring more lately, nearly 12 a game over his last 6. Averages 9 for the season. From Georgetown Prep. Mount St. Mary's up 9. Time for Wagner fans to get nervous with 10:10 left. Alex Morales, first team All-NEC player. Off to Martinez, contested 3, good! Will Martinez, he has 7.
Only 26% coming into the game from 3, but he knocked that in with a hand in his face like he's been doing it his whole life.
Mount calls time, 9:46 left in this NEC semifinal. Mountaineers lead at 50-44 here at the Spiro Sports Center. We're back with more in a moment here in the North.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any better than crispy, juicy, and tender, we went and added spicy. Introducing McDonald's new spicy, crispy chicken sandwich. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
For attractive offers on the ultra-responsive Acura TLX, visit your Acura dealer today.
Today's NEC Scholar Athletes of the Game are brought to you by Provident Bank. Commitment you can count on. For Mount St. Mary's, it's Malik Jefferson, the junior forward. on the men's basketball team. He's been on the NEC Academic Honor Roll each of the last 2 years. For Wagner, it's Nick Cartwright-Atkins, a sophomore wide receiver on the football team. He's one of just 9 New York City college students selected for the inaugural class of the New York Collegiate Institute. Congratulations. Along with Joe DeSantis, Dave Popkin back with you here on Grimes Hill, Wagner College. MtStMarys leading at 50-44 with 9:46 left in NEC semifinal number 2. In the first game today, Bryant blew out Sacred Heart 85-55. They had 5 in double figures. Peter Kiss led the way with 19. Bryant played without Chris Childs and Michael Green III, and yet still won big.
Yeah, tough loss for Sacred Heart there, but you know, that's another team that overachieved. They were picked 8th by the coaches preseason and wound up with the 3rd seed.
Young team rejected there. And Mount gets it right back with Chung Kui. Thomas. This game has been contested in the paint, kind of an old school game. Mount is just 3 for 7 from downtown. Wagner 4 for 11. Putting bigger guards on Chung Kui out on the perimeter. He launches from 3. Rebounded by Martinez. Hunt, the rookie of the year, off to Morales. Morales for 3. Missed it short, but it's put back in by his buddy Ford.
That's a little bit of a mismatch right there. Bartone is just not quick enough to stay with Ford, whether it's off the dribble or on an offensive rebound situation.
Turnover, and Ford diving into Bartone. That might be a foul on Bartone. And it is his 2nd, 5th on the team.
You know, essentially Elijah Ford is like their 4-man. Okay, and I remember when I was at Quinnipiac, I had Jeremy Bishop, who was my 4-man. And I convinced him if he kept moving offensively, he'd be able to crash the board, because inevitably he always had a bigger, slower guy on him. And that's what I think about Elijah Ford. I got a tough matchup here. You might want to see, Engelstad from Mount go a little smaller so he matches up better with Elijah Ford.
3 ball good for Will Martinez. Wagner cuts it to 1. 50-49 with 8:06 left. Big 3 for Will Martinez, his 2nd of the game. He has 10 points.
And Bartone is out. Opoku now will be the matchup for Ford. He's a little quicker than Bartone, and with his length could be a little more of a problem guarding Elijah Ford.
Opoku could guard 3 or 4 positions, and Chung Kui calls time. Trapped along the sideline. Takes us to an official timeout as well. 7:57 left in this contentious NEC semi. MtStMarys 50, the Wagner Seahawks 49. Don't go away. This is Northeast Conference basketball.
I think every other burger should have a disclaimer. I'm not made with butter. That's what they should say right on the top of it. I'm not made with butter.
They should. They need to warn people.
Sonic Mesquite Butter Bacon Cheeseburger.
You gotta have butter.
For attractive offers on the ultra-responsive Acura TLX, visit your Acura dealer today.
For the most in-depth coverage of NEC basketball, be sure to visit the NEC Overtime blog at NECOvertime.com. There you'll find features, analytics breakdowns, and much more. That's NECOvertime.com. Somebody is going to the NEC championship game, and somebody is going home after a COVID-ravaged season. MtStMarys had a 30-day pause at one point between December 8th and January 7th. They haven't played in 9 days, but it looks like it's been good for them. Gotten a little healthy, and they lead this game by 1 inside 8 minutes to go on the road.
Dave, a couple of things with that break that they had. They were banged up. Coach Engelstad thinks that it gave them a little time to heal. And also, they had a break because Bryant went on pause. They would have had to go up to Bryant to play two tough games against, the second best team in the conference.
Yeah, they're just trying to fix the clock right here, Joe. It didn't start for some reason on that last play, so they will figure it out over at the table. But yes, the Mount has been banged up. They've had issues this year. They've had players opt out in season. They've had Dakota LaFue's broken hand. They've had to overcome a lot to get here. And then you look at, Wagner, they were picked 8th. Nobody expected them to contend this year. And down the stretch, they've definitely been the best team. They won the regular season title. Alex Morales named Player of the Year. First Seahawk to do so since Jermaine Hall 18 years ago.
David, let me correct myself. I said Sacred Heart was picked 8th when we were talking about how they lost today. They were actually picked 10th.
Yep.
10th, and they got the 3rd seed. So Anthony Latina certainly had that group overachieved this season. Ended in a rough way, but tough venue for that young team, as you mentioned, to go up there and play in that situation. And Bryant really put it to them.
Martinez grabbed a man, and that's another foul on Wagner. 9th on the team, 2nd on Morales, and a 1-and-1 here for DeAndre Thomas, who has been good with 11 points, 5 for 7 from the line. Front end goes. Had 16 his last time out, and a key 3-pointer in the win at St. Francis U. Last 5 games, including today, averaging 12 points a game. Mount by 3. Jackson thought about 3. Good D. 6 on the shot clock. Morales rejected by Jefferson. And Jefferson wrestles it away from Morales.
And he's done that a couple of times, coming from the weak side, recognizing that Wagner has an opportunity or advantage to score. He leaves his man and gets his hand on the ball. Big time plays from Malik Jefferson in this game.
Chung Kui and Hunt, great matchup there. Chung Kui got it. He has 12.
If you're that size, you have to not only be quick and be able to stop on a dime, but you have to master that pull-up jump shot. You're not going to be able to go amongst the trees and finish. That shot is kind of extinct, and he masters it.
Martinez bounces into the lane. Ford. Morales an open 3. Way off, rebounded by Hunt. Morales on the leaner with 2 on the shot clock. Just had to get it off the rim. Rebounded by Chung Kui. Mount is led by as many as 9. Wagner's largest lead in this game, just 2. Offram for 3. Rebounded by Jefferson. Thomas for 3. Morales finds Hunt for an open 3. That's good! A big one for Wagner. The NEC Rookie of the Year, Delani Hunt, drills it, makes it a 2-point game.
Essentially, Dave, that's a 6-point swing. You got DeAndre Thomas over 40% from 3, wide open, feet set, plenty of time. Could have knocked that lead up to 7. And then you got Delani Hunt, the freshman, with the big answer.
Mount pounding it inside again. Opoku cannot follow Jefferson's miss. Wagner can tie or take the lead. Just over 5 minutes to go. Martinez cut off by Thomas. 8 on the shot clock. Martinez a deep 3. Ford with the rebound. Ford, no. Couple chances, rebounded by Jefferson. He has 10 rebounds. Dan Engelstad calls a play. Chung Kui takes a breather. He has 12. 7 on the shot clock. Opoku, the hook!
That's a good spot to catch the ball against the zone. In the middle area there. And normally a jump hook, you would say, that's a little too far out. But my man's got some long arms, so it's a little shorter for him.
Martinez answers. Wagner calls time. A 2-point game again. 4:03 left in this NEC semifinal battle. Mount St. Mary's leading it 56-54. Damian Chung Kui starting to heat up. He has 12 for the Mountaineers. The thrilling conclusion is next.
My body is truly powerful.
I have the power to lower my A1C. Because my body can still make its own insulin.
And Trulicity activates my body to release it,
lowering my blood sugar from the first dose. Once weekly Trulicity responds when my body needs it 24/7. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It's not insulin.
It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include indigestion, fatigue, belly pain, decreased appetite, nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems.
I have it within me to lower my A1C.
Ask your doctor about Trulicity.
back at Wagner, where there may be an upset in the offing. Mount St. Mary's by 2 with 4:03 left in this ball game. Time to take a look at today's WB Mason delivery of the game. And it comes from Wagner's Will Martinez to Elijah Ford.
Just tremendous hops, tremendous quickness, and the willingness to make the extra pass. I think Malik Jefferson probably committed a little too much. You don't want to lose sight of your man as someone that is so explosive as he is.
WB Mason Office Furniture and Supplies. You can't go wrong when you buy right at WB Mason. Along with Joe DeSantis, Dave Popkin with you here at Wagner. Mount St. Mary's has the basketball, up by 2. 4 minutes left, and Bartone almost lost it. Gets it to Chung Kui, the leader of the Mountaineers.
Yeah, Dave, it's a must now. Under 4 minutes, Chung Kui has got to have the ball in his hands pretty much every possession.
He has been Mr. Clutch this year at the end of games. One big shot after another. Cut off by the bigger Morales. 1 on the shot clock. Offerum can't connect for 3. And it's a pushing foul on Nana Opoku, the 6th on the Mount team. So Wagner will not be shooting. The second foul on Opoku. Mount not really in any serious foul trouble. Wagner has just one guy with 4, Jameer Fletcher.
Dave, you and I talked and have been talking a lot about numbers. And I also mentioned earlier, you know, you can sometimes throw out the numbers in a game like this. Who's going to make big stops down the stretch? The stretch is here, and that was a big stop by Wagner.
2 excellent defensive teams. Delani Hunt, the freshman. To Martinez. Martinez. Tough shot. Rebounded by Offerum. Three minutes to go here at Wagner. Chung Kui tripped up. Wagner can't believe it. There was a little contact. It was initiated by Chung Kui. It's on Martinez, his 3rd, 10th on the team. So Chung Kui, the excellent free throw shooter at 82%, will be shooting 2. Tripped up.
Yeah, it's a good call. A little bit of a late call, but the right call.
Could have even been Morales. Either way, Chung Kui, the junior, misses the first. One more coming.
Yeah, Dave, the scoreboard says 3 fouls on 11, so it was Morales.
Martinez.
Martinez. My bad.
First team all-league player.
Wow.
Chung Kui missed them both. Very uncharacteristic. 2:45 left. Wagner can tie or take the lead again. Hunt gets to the lane. Ford, no. And he's fouled. Fouled on the floor. 7th on the Mount team. So a 1-and-1 situation here. It's the 4th foul on Malik Jefferson.
You saw the drive by Delani Hunt, the super freshman. Malik Jefferson did what he's pretty much done all night, all afternoon, goes over, offers help. Opoku's got to rotate down and get a body on Elijah Ford. He was late in doing that. Ford is so quick and strong, was able to follow it up.
76% free throw shooter. One more. Could have tied the game. Rebounded by Offerum.
And now Wagner, good move by Coach Mason, denying Chung Kui the ball. Certainly with 2:20 to go, you do not want him to touch the ball. Play 4-on-4, Wagner.
Thomas, fadeaway, Rebounded by Opoku. It's poked away into the Mount bench, and it goes off the Mountaineers. Wagner will have it, down 1. Chung Kui did not get the ball. Opoku touched it last. It's a good call. These refs have been pretty good today. Inside 2 minutes to go. Mountaineers by 1. Hunt off balance. It went right to Martinez. Lays it up. No good, but he's fouled. It went right through the hands of a Mountaineer.
Yeah, the Mounties missed a golden opportunity there, Dave. You saw the end of that play. Essentially, Delani Hunt decided to take Damian Chung Kui to the rim. He missed it. The ball was on the ground, and Mount did not do a good job in that possession of finishing the play.
Martinez, 10th in the league, 78% at the line. He's got 2 shots here. Senior from the Bronx, Wings Academy. One more for Will Martinez, transferred in from Monroe College. He's been playing well lately. Tied at 56. Thomas is out, Reeves is in. Wagner takes the lead, 57-56, 1:45 left. Offram having trouble getting it in. Does so to Reeves, who loses it. Stolen by Martinez, and he calls timeout. Wagner is pumped up. Great defense again. 19 Mount St. Mary's turnovers.
You know, I was a little surprised that he put the freshman in that spot. But to be honest with you, I'm not sure who the inbounder was. It might have been Offram.
Yeah.
The ball was deflected. That's got to be a bounce pass. You can't throw an air pass in that situation. Josh Reeves never really had possession. Will Martinez, see right there, Will Martinez doing what most Wagner players do, quick to react to the ball, good timeout. Wagner's got a chance now to extend that 1-point lead.
Martinez has had a huge game, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 steals. He's played 37 minutes, as neither team has gone particularly deep today. Wagner also has Ford with 15 and 12 rebounds to boot. Hunt has 10, Morales with 10. Mount St. Mary's being led by Thomas's 13 points, who was out of the game a moment ago. 1:42 left. Mount in the double bonus, and Wagner in the 1-and-1.
All right, so out of the timeout, look for Wagner to run some stuff, like a lot of nothingness, okay? Just move, move, move. And then when it comes to about 10 seconds or so, you're gonna see some type of big little ball screen or some type of isolation. And with Wagner, you can go with a number of guys. But look for Martinez, who's been the hot hand, maybe to wind up with the ball and get in a position to give Wagner a 3 or a 4-point lead.
1:42 left. Wagner 57, Mount St. Mary's 56. Martinez. Martinez operating. Lot of dribbling. His shot no good. Rebounded by Offram. Now Mount can retake the lead with 1:20 left.
And that's exactly what they did. A lot of handoffs, a ball screen there. Got Martinez the ball. Recognize, Will, that the defense played you tough. Kick it out and restart.
Chung Kui for 3. Couldn't get it. Rebounded by Ford. And Wagner, with a minute to go, leading it by 1. They have trailed most of this game. Mount has 2 timeouts. Wagner has none. 50 seconds left. Morales for three. No good with the shot clock running down. Here comes Chung Kui. 2-on-1. Offerum lays it up and in! And the Mountaineers retake the lead. 58-57, 34.3 seconds left.
Dave, the problem if you're Wagner, if you're running a motion offense and you have four guys on the perimeter that are interchangeable, that could lead to poor balance in the transition game defensively. Okay, you saw the missed shot. Morales the only one back. Damian Chung Kui, you know, how good is he? Just puts the ball in the right place at the right time for Offerum to lay it in.
Hasn't been the best offensive game of his career. 5 for 13, 12 points, but he threaded the needle there. His fourth assist of the game. And his team has taken the lead. The winner of this one will face Bryant, 7 p.m. Tuesday night, ESPN 2 for the NEC title and the automatic NCAA tournament bid.
Gonna be real interesting, Dave, to see what Wagner does here. Okay, they're down one. They don't have any timeouts left. They're going to obviously try to go to their best player. Martinez has been the best perimeter player. I wouldn't be surprised if they happen to notice on a switching defense, maybe that Mount will switch, that they'll try to post up Chung Kui. Okay, but either way, they got to crash the offensive glass, hoping to get an offensive rebound on a miss. Now, also if you're Wagner, you better know who Mount's bad free throw shooters are in case Wagner does miss.
Offerum 68%, Opoku 45%, Jefferson 46%. There are a bunch of them. Wagner, if they do miss, the best offensive rebounding team in the league. Here we go, 34 seconds left. Wagner with the ball down by one.
And Mount's shot blockers might have something to say on this possibly last possession for Wagner.
Alex Morales. Hunt, bumped, fouled by Chung Kui. Got him up in the air. He wasn't shooting. So it is a two-shot foul, not a three-shot foul. Delani Hunt, the freshman, 67% at the line. The NEC Rookie of the Year going to the stripe, trying to tie or take the lead with 17.5 seconds left. No pressure, kid. Missed it. Missed the front end. And a foul. And Mount going to the line. Foul on Morales. Wow. .9 seconds left. And the Mount going to the line with Mezi Offerum, the 68% shooter, the junior from Germantown, Maryland. Double bonus, two shots here. First one good.
And if you're Mount, the other thing that you can do right now with this stoppage of clock is substitute your better defensive players. It doesn't look like Engelstadt's going to do that.
He's already got Opoku in, the defensive player of the year. Second free throw good. Two clutch ones for Mezi Offerum.
Now you don't need a three, a quick two. Wagner with no timeouts though.
10 seconds left. Jackson can't get the three off. Poked away by Offerum, and Jefferson is fouled with 6.5 seconds left. Ford fouled him. He had to. And Mount can salt it away at the line. More defense.
The size and the athleticism of Mount St. Mary's has been a factor today with their defense. And I said to you, and we agreed, whoever gets key stops at the end will win this game. That deflection is huge.
6.5 seconds left. Jefferson has it crawl in. The 46% free throw shooter has one more coming, and the Mountaineers will go off of the lane here as they lead it by 4. Wagner is going to need a 3 and a miracle. Second one is good as well. Malik Jefferson. 5-point game. Martinez run into and a blocking foul on Chung Kui. With 4.1 left, it puts Wagner at the line. Now for 2 shots.
Just, you know, we've been raving about Damian Chung Kui ever since we met this young guy. That's not a smart play. You want to back off and give him some room.
But not the worst thing in the world, because they can't get a 3 off now. You put him at the line to shoot 2, and you're going to get to inbound the basketball with 4 seconds left. Will Martinez misses the first, and it looks like we're going to have an upset here on Grimes Hill.
And his celebration up in Smithfield, Rhode Island, because they'll be hosting the championship game, the Bryant Bulldogs.
Martinez makes 1 out of 2. Mount trying to get it in here, and is there a foul before the pass?
Delani Hunt he pulled Damian Chung Kui down and tried to make it look like the foul was on Chung Kui, but with 3 referees and 1 right there, they're not going to miss that.
Third foul on Hunt. They're going to look at the last play to see if there was anything untoward. 4.1 seconds left. Chung Kui should be going to the line here. Oh, Chung Kui took a shot.
Yeah, that was there was some violent contact right there. I think Delani Hunt's intention was good. He wanted to be demonstrative to make it look like there was an egregious, contact initiated by Damian Chung Kui, but referees say common foul.
Mountaineers going to the line to try to finish this one off with their leader, Damian Chung Kui. Missed 2 earlier, but 6th in the league, 82% at the line. 62-58, Mount St. Mary's with just over 4 seconds left. One more coming for Chung Kui, Mr. Clutch.
Dave, the last thing you want to do is end this huge game with a cliche, but I'm going to say it, tough to beat a team 3 times in 1 season.
Chung Kui makes them both. 6-point game. Martinez driving instead of shooting a 3. That's good. 1 second left, and that is just about going to do it. Mount just has to get the ball in here. Offerham throws it all the way down to Opoku, who slams it in, and Mount St. Mary's is going to the NEC final. They upset number 1 Wagner on the road, 66-60. What a job by Dan Engelstadt at Mount St. Mary's. They will play Bryant in the NEC final. Since they changed formats in the NEC, it's the first time a number 1 seed has lost a first-round game, albeit this year just a 4-team tournament. Wagner with a fantastic season. The NIT this year will take 16 at-larges, so the regular season champs from leagues like the NEC not guaranteed an NIT bid, so likely Wagner's season is over on their home floor. Mount St. Mary's wins it 66-60.
Straight from the winning coach's mouth, Dan Engelstead, the most aggressive team will be standing at the end of the day. Give Wagner credit, they fought hard, but it was Mount with a little more defense, a couple of key stops down the stretch, and they're on their way to the finals.
Wow. Chung Kui and Opoku, 14 apiece for Mount St. Mary's, 13 for Thomas. 10-10 for Jefferson. Will Martinez led Wagner in a losing cause with 17 points. A tightly played game. Neither team led it by more than 9. And MtStMarys holds on for the upset. They go to 11-10 on the year. Wagner, who had won 12 out of 13.